All right, let's talk about SummerSlam here. Got 10 matches here. We got Drew Gulak taking on Oney Lorcan for the Cruiserweight title. Going with Drew Gulak. Charlotte Flair faces Trish Stratus. Looking forward to this match. This should really, really be good. I'm being serious. I'm actually looking forward to it. There's 2 matches of this card I'm looking forward to. This is one of them. I'm going to go with Charlotte. I truly believe in my heart of hearts, Trish is coming there to do the deed for Charlotte. I mean, look, when you think about it, this is being held in Canada, right? And honestly, if it wasn't for Trish Stratus being a Canadian, and if it wasn't for SummerSlam being in Canada, I think Charlotte Flair would have a different opponent when it's all said and done. So as far as looking for well, you know what? Then again, wait a minute. Let me really stop and think about this now. Yeah, no. The good feel moment is going to be for Trish Stratus. It's going to be for Trish Stratus because remember, Natty's from Canada too. So what? Are you going to have both Canadian girls strike out? Right? I don't think so. So in this particular case, Trish, because when you really stop and think about it, Charlotte can afford the loss. She really doesn't have anything to gain or lose from this matchup with Trish Stratus. So Trish picking up the W, I can see it here. And you know what? If they were to do a Evolution 2, you can come back. Yeah. Goldberg taking on Dolph Ziggler, as it was revealed on Raw this week. That the contract that Dolph Ziggler signed wasn't to face The Miz, wasn't even to face Shawn Michaels, actually to face Goldberg. Goldberg's going to get this, hands down, and he needs this W. Look, Undertaker was able to do what he was able to do recently when he came back, erased the stench of what happened in Saudi Arabia. Goldberg needs that same opportunity. And then, hey, if you do decide to have Goldberg and Undertaker 2, maybe you can let it happen for sure in North America and let these two guys lock it up again. Because, you know, look, the match, for what it was worth in Saudi Arabia, it was good. Those first several minutes, it was good. But then things just started to, and not for nothing, not making excuses, but the color commentators, they did say, hey, temperature is pretty hot. It's like 102 degrees out here. So I can only imagine as they're up there in age and then the dehydration that their bodies are experiencing as they're in that ring, right? Yeah, you know, when I really stopped and really thought about it, yeah, I would imagine a lot of fatigue probably did kick in and everything, right? So yeah, Goldberg though, I got him picking up the W. AJ Styles taking on Ricochet for the United States Championship. Look, man, they just did the trifecta with the OC. Why would you switch up now? AJ over Ricochet. Finn Balor taking on The Fiend, Bray Wyatt. I got The Fiend going over. Kevin Owens taking on Shane McMahon. Remember, if Owens loses, he'll be forced to quit WWE. How much of a factor is the numbers game going to play? Are we going to see Elias? Are we going to see Drew McIntyre? Like, you got to think about all of those equations. So when it's all said and done, I've got Kevin Owens being forced to quit the WWE, and it really depends on how far WWE wants to take this and have some fun with it. Do you have Kevin Owens show up at Evolve? Do you have Kevin Owens show up on an episode of Impact Wrestling? Do you have Kevin Owens show up in Dragon Gate? If you really want to get people talking, do you have Kevin Owens pop up in AEW? Just how far are you willing to take this and really have fun and get social media buzzing by the storm? Because this is really a good opportunity where you can really fucking play around with this. I mean, really, is this truly the end of the Shane McMahon character? No, because remember, Shane McMahon never did agree to, if I'm not mistaken, Shane McMahon never agreed to the stipulation of, yeah, I'll cough up he never did agree to that. If I missed that, somebody let me know, but he never did agree to it. Kevin Owens wanted him to agree to put his job up on the line too, but Shane was like, no, it ain't happening. So if you really want to have some fun with this, I think that's the direction that you need to go. Kofi Kingston takes on Randy Orton for the WWE Championship. I see no title in the future of Randy Orton. I'm seeing Kofi Kingston retaining still. Bayley takes on Amber Moon for the SmackDown Women's title. I would like to believe that if you're going to throw some type of a wild card or something in here, maybe this is the match. I'm kind of under the impression that Sasha Banks is maybe going to make some type of an appearance. That's just the vibe that I'm getting, because I need some type of shock and I need some type of, you know what I'm saying, folks? And I kind of feel like this would be the match to maybe do it. I can picture Sasha Banks interfering in this match, costing Bayley the SmackDown Women's title. Amber Moon becomes champion as a result. Meanwhile, Bayley's attention is on Sasha Banks. Boom. They're locked up for the next little bit. Now, if Sasha Banks does not appear, well, what happens with this match now? Well, what do you do? If that's the case, then you leave the title on Bayley, obviously. But I'm picturing a new champion. I don't know why, but I'm almost picturing a new champion. Let me just really picture this in my head. And if this is something I really want to double down on, yeah, I'm going to go with Amber Moon. Becky Lynch takes on Natty for the Raw Women's title. Becky Lynch, hands down. Come on, she's on the front cover of the new 2K game. Come on. Brock Lesnar taking on Seth Rollins, singles match for the Universal Championship. I am just not seeing a Seth Rollins, given the number of ass whoopings that he's taken the past couple of weeks. I don't see how he comes out on top against Lesnar. I'm just not seeing that. The story here is going to be the injuries, and I'm almost kind of left to the impression that maybe Seth is going to be taken off of TV for a little bit, because he's been kind of going nonstop, other than the injury that he had sustained, unfortunately, a while back, and he pretty much was out for almost a year. I'm kind of under the impression that, maybe Seth is going to be gone for a couple of weeks. That's just kind of like the vibe I'm going to get. I don't know if it gives credence to the reports that's floating around about the idea of repackaging him, changing his look and all that. I'm not really sure any of that. I'll tell you this much. There sure is a lot of long-haired guys with beards running around. I definitely will say that. But I just don't see how Brock Lesnar is going to walk away without this title. I'm just not really seeing that. Now, as far as what's next on the horizon for Brock Lesnar, take your pick. Strowman, Samoa Joe, right? You'd easily go in those respective directions. If you want, you can maybe circle on back to Finn Balor. A couple of ideas right there. I don't see a Daniel Bryan on this card. I don't see Roman Reigns on this card. So we got to deal with the card as it is right now that we're doing the show. But to recap, Drew Gulak retains the Cruiserweight Championship. Trish Stratus over Charlotte Flair. Goldberg over Dolph Ziggler. AJ Styles retains the United States Championship. Bray Wyatt over Finn Balor. Kevin Owens, I got him losing to Shane McMahon. Kofi Kingston retains the WWE Championship. Amber Moon becomes your new SmackDown Women's Champion. Natty loses to Becky Lynch. Becky retains the Raw Women's title. Lesnar retains his Universal Championship. That's how I'm looking at it for SummerSlam this Sunday. And yes, there will be a RCWR post show covering SummerSlam Fallout. We will be live. Looking forward to that. That should be a fun episode. We'll be live on all the multiple platforms, Discord as well. For those of you that maybe want to join the Discord server, the link is actually in the episode description.